Boston likes to do.
Kahlil, can you just talk about that feeling? I was looking at some video this morning just of you guys walking off the field last year. I'm sure you guys were just in disbelief, and does that kind of spurn you guys to not want to feel that way again this year?
I mean, everybody knows how they felt after that game, all that type of stuff. We know what that feeling felt like, and nobody wants to have that feeling again. So it's just it's another week. Being 1-0 this week. Been preaching. Now we're 0-0. So guys just getting ready to go, getting ready to get out to Florida.
What does it do for the defense when you've got a quarterback like Dobbs, and you've seen the plays that he's made and the moments that he's had? I mean, is there a way that the defense can feed off of your quarterback?
Yeah, knowing that your quarterback, especially on third down and things like that, he can make something happen is always something that is really reassuring. Knowing that you have a quarterback who can always make plays, make something out of nothing, all that type of stuff. Just got complete trust in him. I think that's really the best part about it. Just knowing that no matter what the situation, you got a quarterback who can get it done.
In terms of dealing with their rushing attack, it seems like they don't really have kind of a one bell cow back. They kind of diversify it. Just what sticks out about their running game from what you've been able to see?
I mean, rotating 4 different guys at running back, each guy is a different animal, that type of thing. So, just being able to attack. And it all starts with us up front. We're beating the guys up in front of us. It doesn't really matter who's back there running the ball. So, that's what we're preaching. That's what we're, getting ready for is just stopping that run game.
Kahlil, with so many guys banged up on the defensive side of the ball, limited or out, has anybody kind of asserted themselves as that alpha male that, in the last couple of days, or have you seen anything that's been one constant message from the defense?
I mean, we just have the next man up mentality. So, every guy in there is just stepping up, playing their role, every guy who's injured, is still a big part of our defense, makes sure the guy behind him knows what they're doing and all that type of stuff. So, it's not really, I think that's kind of the cool thing about our defense is we don't really have like one alpha male. We just have a whole defense of alpha males. So we're all out there. We're all out there ready to go. Every guy's ready to lead, and every guy looks to the right and left of him, and we'll take whatever the guy to the right and left of him has to say to him to make sure that they're making sure our defense is playing to the best of their capability.
Kahlil, what did you see out of Chance Hall? And secondly, how do you think your weight loss has affected your play this year? And made you a better player?
Chance, he's working hard, getting out there, seeing him back out there, it's cool to see him maybe to do some things and that type of stuff. So, that's good. But, getting down in weight, you just feel faster and things like that. You're able to go along, you win and all that type of stuff. So, just the weight loss and all that has been helpful this season so far.
West, Mike, John.
Kahlil, there's a lot of young guys on this team, and I guess you're only a second-year guy yourself. Do you think there's a clear understanding from the young guys on the team of, that y'all haven't necessarily played badly, but there's a lot more that this team can do, a lot of improvements this team can make?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows the improvements we have to make. It's pretty apparent. We have to be better to beat teams that we have to play this season. So, it's good that we're 3-0 right now. Everybody's happy about that and all that type of stuff. But we got to work to be 1-0 this week. We have a completely different opponent this week. They can do a lot of things offensively and defensively. So we're just working to be 1-0 this week. And like I said before, after last week we're 0-0. So it's a brand new season. SEC play is starting now. So that's why all of us came here. That's why all those young guys came here. They wanted to be a part of the SEC, so now they're going to play some SEC football.
Mike, John, John.
Coach talks about being prepared and fundamentals and things like that 1 week at a time. Is it easier though to be prepared this week? Can you feel is there more energy? Do you feel like in the locker room that this game that everyone talks about year round is finally here?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's ready to go. Everybody's ready to start playing SEC football. When we play guys that you play year in and year out, there's just a little bit more, excitement than just playing some of these other games. But we played some pretty exciting games so far this season and all that type of stuff. Being able to be out in front of our home crowd twice already and playing the biggest football game ever already. So, we've had some good games to, get under our belt, but, now it's SEC play, so, that's what we're all ready for.